Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 19 of Civilization 5 as Korea. And yes, I know in one of the previous videos I said Civilization 5 as France, but it's been a confusing last few weeks because I've been batch recording loads of videos because I went away last week to Scotland. So I was kind of all over the place and made a few mistakes. Now I know a lot of you have been shouting feverishly at the screen over the last few episodes because I am apparently still at war with IFE, who were allied with the Inca. And in fact, if I just scroll down on my list here, I can see that I'm actually at war with IFE and Mombasa. So let's go and make peace with IFE. And let's go and make peace with Mombasa. And quite rightly so, that quite possibly could be the reason why I can't get declarations of friendship with other civilizations. It's not very often that I wipe a civ out through war, and I usually forget to check if I'm still at war with any of the city-states. I'm surprised they don't just automatically peace out when that happens. It'd make far more sense if they did. Now that very well could have been the bug that stopped me from being able to liberate Tiwanaku. It really shouldn't have been, to be quite honest. I should have still been able to do it, but who knows. I'm probably willing to bet that that situation hasn't been tested, where you go to war with a civilization, you wipe that civilization out, but you remain at war with one of their city-state allies, and then you try and liberate one of their cities while still at war with the city-state ally. And it could be that caused the bug. But I was talking to Marbazir about it, and he can't think of any instance where I shouldn't have been able to liberate the city either. So that's a bit of a weird one. I've also been asked why I haven't annexed Cusco yet. Main reason is not really down to the happiness, although if I did annex Cusco I would take a fair happiness hit. The main reason is I tend not to annex buildings unless I really need them. Or annex cities unless I really need them. And the main reason for that being is that if you want to build a lot of the natural wonders, the national wonders, then it just means you have to build more buildings everywhere. It is a good city though, and I may annex it in the future. I see that Machu Picchu has disappeared. Someone did suggest that maybe Cusco were building it. I mean, obviously, a puppeted city cannot build a wonder, but I suppose it is possible that they were partway through building it in Cusco when I annexed them, and when I took them over. And because Cusco is the only city next to a mountain, I believe. No, because I couldn't build it in Busan either. And Busan should have been able to build it because it has a mountain here. But it's quite possible that because some production was already put into it, that I was unable to build it. Has anybody else built it, though? Statue of Zeus and Red Fort, no. Stonehenge, Taj Mahal, Great Mosque, Petra, no. Hanging Walls, Alhambra, no. Forbidden Palace, blah, 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 blah. You have it, Chichen Itza. So Darius has now built it anyway. Okay, so we don't need to worry about Chichen Itza because it's already been built. Not all that useful to us anyway. Now, one thing that I like and dislike about this map at the same time is that, first of all, no one can really attack me. And at the same point, I can't really attack anybody else. I was thinking about getting another city down here, just so that we could grab the oil. It wouldn't be an amazing city, but it'd be okay. Grab one down here on the coast. It would help stop some barbarians respawning. I think I'm still going to do that. It's not necessarily going to be optimal, but we will get some additional science from having another city. Of course, it does make our techs more expensive to grab, but as we're probably not going to be doing an awful lot of combat here, how about you give me 7 gold per turn? Yeah, brilliant. So as we're not necessarily going to be attacking other people, although we may end up in another war with France, I can see that happening. Then I think we're going to have to concentrate on other things. Where was IFE, out of interest? Bogota we were at war with. Surprising that they weren't actually doing anything to try and attack me. And they're actually my ally now. Oh no, they were my ally before. It wasn't Bogota that we were at war with. It was somebody else. Oh well, we should be fine, I think. So, let's have a look and go through. Like I said, it's been about a week since I played, so my head's a little bit all over the place with what I am doing. You were going to Bratislava. Zurich would give you more money. So, let's go ahead and do that. Can't really do an awful lot on this turn. We are building out some archaeologists. We're still well ahead in science. I mean, it might be that we just go for a spaceship victory just to make life a little bit easier. We still need another cargo ship. And what are we doing down here in Seoul? We're working on an archaeologist and we've got 2 turns. So we can either... Wow, someone wants to ban marble, someone wants to ban copper. So let's just mouse over our happiness and then we can see local resources. Marble. Right, so I don't actually have any copper. I'm importing copper. To be honest, I don't want to lose either. I am going to ban against... to vote against banning marble because I have marble of my own. I always find it strange when the AI suddenly decides that it's going to start trying to ban a particular resource for no real reason. Let's go ahead and build a farm here. I think the AI just gets bored and goes, well, I've got nothing else to do, so let's go and ban a resource. Another worker. Is this farm finished? It's not saying that it is, so you guys are going to go here and finish the farm. Caravan. Getting a little bit obsolete now. Where could we send you? I guess we could go and put some religious pressure on to Lyon. We would be giving France a bit of science, but I don't think it's going to help them all that much. And we have... no slots available for great works. I can't believe... Oh, it's a landmark anyway. Phew, I was going to say... I actually thought about this while I was away on holiday. I thought, I've got all those archaeologists going out ready to dig up artifacts, but I don't have anywhere to put artifacts. But luckily this one wasn't an artifact. This one is just a... Oh, I can't work that one anyway because we are... what do you call it? It's a puppet city, but it's fine because he's working it anyway. So that's good. That's fine. So we are going to need to build some museums and such. So we'll have to get that done. But all in all, I think we're going to do quite well. It would be nice if we could get a few more city-states on our side. Still way at the top of the scoreboard. It's actually Askia in second place at the moment. Nobody willing to buy anything from me. Right, both of the banning luxuries failed. That is good. Zhengzhou has grown in population. This city's a little bit weak at the moment because it doesn't have a lot of good tiles it can work. And that's certainly not a good tile. I don't really want to start stealing tiles off of other cities. 25 turns until growth. 29 turns until growth. I guess we could just go and put you in the workshop. No reason not to do that. Get a little bit of extra production going here. Archaeologist has finished over here. So let's go ahead and start work on a museum. Archaeologist. Okay, do we have anything else that we could make into a landmark? We should probably do that first, as we haven't got anything that we can lift. Or nowhere we can put anything. I guess we could go ahead and do that one. So you get yourself down there. And that one will be a landmark. Workers. That's out of range. Yeah, workers are really getting to the point now where there isn't a lot for them to do. I'm not going to have an awful lot of oil. I guess we could go here and clear the marsh, because that might make our borders expand towards the oil, but it's unlikely that we will get that oil. Which is why I'm heavily considering another settler and starting that city down on the south. This deal has faded, has it really? Will you give me 6? Yeah, that'll do, I suppose. I'm a bit short of options on trading partners. And yes, someone did mention that I'd have forgotten my great scientist. No, I hadn't forgotten him. I just wanted to try and wait until I was getting a bit more science per turn. Particularly once I get sort of research labs everywhere. It makes a huge deal of difference to how much science you get from a great scientist when you pop him. So we'll leave it a little bit longer. Now, we're actually growing a little bit down here, although I think this is as big as the borders ever get. I don't think we will stretch down and reach to these tiles. So I think putting one down here on the coast isn't too bad. Saying that, if we put it down here on this coast, we would be within... No, we wouldn't be next to the mountain. We could put it here. And if we put it here, this would then give us access to... the sheep and the oil, 1, 2, 3, and the other oil. Wouldn't give us access to this antiquities site, but obviously we could pick that up. We would have 1, 2, 3. We'll put this fish out of range. 1, 2, 3, but that fish would be in range. That's probably going to work out being a better tile. I think that's where I'm going to put that settler. So Seoul has finished its archaeologist. So we should probably get an opera house, but I do want a settler. A settler is 680 gold. Do we already have a set? Oh no, we have the archaeologist in there, don't we? Let's go ahead and move him out. Archaeologist, sir. You are going to... Well, we've got one work moving towards there. You're going to be... 1, 2, 3. You're actually going to be a landmark. Because you'll be within range of our new city. So let's go and start working on you. Now let's go ahead and see if we can purchase a settler. My eyes have stopped working because I can't see them anymore. Settler. You still won't let me do it because we've got this great scientist part in here. That's the problem. Right. Buy a settler. And we're going to start working on a opera house as well. And you are going to start work on that. You're just going to sit and do nothing. We'll probably move you back into the city on the next turn. Right, Malacca's declared war on Genghis Khan because they're now allied with the Celts. Malacca's been liberated. Nice work. So we're already down to 1 happiness. Why have we suddenly lost happiness? Don't really have anything else that we can buy from anybody. So maybe we need to go around and have a little look and see if we've got... Let's clear the marsh there and have a little look and see if there's any happiness buildings that we can buy anywhere. Castles. We didn't have Neuschwanstein, unfortunately. What could we get for happiness? We don't have an awful lot that gives us any. Let's just have a look through our cities. Zhengzhou... build a zoo. Well, that's a lot of turns. I'm just going to buy that because we've got the cash. Why not? Doesn't give us an awful lot, but nothing that you can really do. You finish the hospital in 1 turn. After that, move on to the opera house. Seoul's pretty got everything that it can build. After the opera house... Yeah, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble with happiness now. We need to get some happiness buildings going, but we shall carry on. You guys are going to start work there. You guys are going to work your way down here. I'm hoping there's no barbarian camps around. I think we will be safe, but you never know. You're going to move into there and sleep for the time being. Unless it's really worth popping a scientist just to try and get some sort of new happiness building. I'll have a look at the tech tree in a moment because I can't remember if there's anything significantly close to us that could be used for a little bit of extra happiness. The Celts actually have Wales, so maybe I can trade with them. And silver with Askia. So if these guys are actually willing to trade... He's neutral. Right, you have some spare silver. If I was to offer to buy this silver from you, you want a ton of stuff which you're not going to get. So how about I give you 9 gold per turn, should be the standard. So you're neutral, but you won't... Right, 12. You're not going to make this a fair deal at all, are you? I really need the happiness, which is the problem. How much am I willing to go up to is the... Right, 18 is my final offer. No, you won't do it. That is a real shame. What about the Celts? They were relatively friendly. Well, you say you've got spare whales. Maybe you're getting one from a city-state. What do you want for this? Wow, you want a lot of stuff. So I'm guessing you wouldn't do it for 9 gold per turn. Would you do it for horses? No, you wouldn't, would you? 12 gold per turn? 13? Yes, okay, at least we've got something. So we've got Wales now. That's put us up to +5. It's a real shame. You want a lot of our stuff. You actually says you want horses and iron. So if I want your silver and I want to give you horses and iron, let's say I want to give you 5 of each. But it's also saying you want marble, but then you would give me money for it. So how about I give you 3 gold per turn on top of that? Oh. How about I give you 5? 6? Yes, okay, brilliant. So we've got the silver as well. And it's time to choose an ideology, because we have 3 factories in 3 cities. Now, nobody else has actually picked an ideology at the moment, which on higher difficulty levels can be problematic, because you don't want to end up being an opposing ideology to a great power. Tourism-wise, Persia has the most tourism, followed by the Songhai. We're not too far behind. We will get a little bit of tourism pressure, but not a huge amount. Ideology pressure. And we will be getting some more artifacts lifting. So I think we can just basically go ahead and pick what we want at this point. Now, I'm probably going to go for a science victory, which means either order or freedom. Order tends to be the better one. So we're going to go for order. There we go, we've chosen it. We get our 2 early adopter tenants, which we're going to take. So we know we want happiness. Happiness from workshops, factories and plants could be useful. National wonders we don't have many of. So young pioneers is definitely worth having. That's put us up to 18 happiness. That's really going to help. And the rate at which great people are born will increase that as well. So that's going to help out a fair bit there. We will start getting some ideology pressure, but we're the first person to get an ideology, so it's not too bad. So we finished the factory here over at Zhengzhou. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... what do we need here? Well, might as well get a museum so we can start getting some more... Like, you should just be sleeping. We'll get a museum so we can start getting some more great works, and hopefully we can fend off any ideology pressure. Yeah, another deal has faded. There's still nobody that is friendly with me. Nappy's guarded. Genghis is still friendly with me. Maybe he would accept friendship. It's just we went through all the effort of building the porcelain tower and, you know, we're really not benefiting from having it at all. So, how about now we're at war? We don't even have the option to ask for a declaration of friendship, so there's a good start. Okay, so you finished building that farm. What else do we have? That has got the Forest, Plains, Hill, River. Does have a lumber mill there. Well, guys, there really isn't an awful lot for you to do at all. I guess we could go and build a few pointless trading posts up here. It's not a great city anyway. Unfortunately, we don't have... I don't know if we can get round on the north coast at all. Might be worth having a little explore up there with you. In fact, I will do it with this crossbowman. Just want to have a look up here, see if we can get round on the top of the map. If we can, I can send some fishing boats around to these 2 tiles, which will help matters. I'll just have to build them somewhere else. So, you should be able to get down to here. Hopefully there's going to be no barbarians around. Can't see any at the moment, so that's fine. And then that puts us in range of that for a monument, that for a monument. We could get the food, we can get the oil, we can get the sheep. We can get those sheep, we can get the fish. So it's going to be a relatively good spot to settle. And of course we can always steal a few of these tiles from up here. So you guys are going to settle right there. And you are working 3 food and 2 hammers. That's actually a brilliant tile to work, and I thoroughly approve of that. So that's fine. Production-wise, you are going to start work on the monument. You might as well build an observatory here as well, because it's next to a mountain. It's not going to have a great science output, but at least we can do that. We've finished the opera house in Seoul. Let's go ahead then and just build the museum real quick. And then after that, we'll get a market just to make sure we've got... I mean, we've got decent money coming in anyway, but you might as well always have a market in your capital. It actually makes quite a bit of difference to the amount of money you can make. And then I will bring... actually, I might bring that worker down anyway. Where are you? Because, to be honest, do I really want you to build a trading post there? Not really. So, let's get you down here as quick as possible. 5 turns. We are going to have to build a road down here as well, which is going to be expensive. But let's have a look up here. See how far we can get. Still no real trades that I could do, which is a shame. I should actually have a look at my spies and see what they're doing. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to them. My head's still kind of all over the place after my trip. So this is my first time playing Civilization 5 in about a week. Probably a little bit longer, so I'm a bit confused. Right, work has begun on an observatory. Ah, who's building the observatory then? Who's near a mountain? It's got to be Cusco. Oh, Cusco's building a useful building. See, someone said that Cusco was just building useless buildings, and they're not. They're doing quite well. I probably will annex them at some point. We will take a happiness drop. In fact, let's just go ahead and do it now. Annex the city. It'll increase unhappiness by 6. That's fine. But we can go straight ahead and build a courthouse. Courthouse. In fact, let's just buy the courthouse. And then we'll get the monuments. Then we'll get the temple. Then we'll get the university. I assume we actually... I can't remember whether we built Oxford or not now. I'm going to assume that we did. Oxford University, indeed we did. Can we get any more bonuses on great works? I'm guessing probably not. No, but we are working on a few museums. Hopefully we can get round at the top there with some fishing boats. I know that Civilization 5 games can be a little bit boring if there's not a lot of combat or warfare going on, but that's never been my style. And if you like to watch games where it's literally war, 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 go check out Marbazir's stuff, because he's a very, very aggressive player, and you have to be, because he plays on Deity. And on Deity, you really, really have to be aggressive. But if you like watching someone who constantly goes to war with the AI, go and check out Marbazir's stuff. So we have finished, I think we were on dynamite, so what could be next, which could be useful? I guess we could go for radio, because if we could get the Eiffel Tower, that would give us a lot of tourism, and it would give us a lot of happiness. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to queue up radio, and then I'm going to go, do you want to go steam power into flight, maybe? Or possibly then just go straight into plastics and get research labs. I think we'll just do that. Obviously, that's going to take a little while longer because we have to go through steam power and everything anyway. So we can do that. We can try and get the Eiffel Tower. I don't think it's been built. I could be wrong. I just don't remember seeing it anywhere. Bearing in mind that we are actually ahead of everybody else in terms of tech. No, it doesn't look like anybody else has got the Eiffel Tower. So I think what would be a great thing to do... Let's just go and have a little look up here. But it can't move with you. Where's that great scientist? We are going to pop him. I did say that I wanted to wait with him. But I think we'll actually just pop him and try and get that as quick as possible. So we'll get 6,000 science. There we go. We do have some aluminium, apparently. We've got some there. You guys are actually building a trading post, so you can stop that instantly and start working on a mine. Is that the only source of aluminium we've got? It is. At least it's 8, so we could get some rocket artillery or do some stuff with that. You guys have finished, so get yourselves across here in a timely manner. Seoul has grown again. And again, you're a city that's working most of the useful tiles. But yeah, 4 production's not bad in the capital, I suppose. We're not going to be growing too quickly, but we don't really need to now. We've got most of our cities up to a decent size. Where are we? Improvement oil well. So we do actually have some oil now. So I guess you guys can come down here and start building the road. Okay, on to the next turn. Just got to be careful with Songhai. I'm not too sure what he's doing down here. We should be fine. I don't think we're going to have too much problem with him doing anything down here. Probably just exploring for no real reason. Still got a fairly decent amount of money coming in. There we go. We've discovered radio. We're in the modern era. We've got a new spy. Probably isn't worth sending that spy to anywhere. I'm assuming that I'm still the tech leader. And indeed I am. Morocco's got the biggest army. The Celts have the biggest population. Maybe it's worth sending one of them to the Celts. Where are you? You're rigging elections in Colombo. But no one's allied with them. That's fine. So how about if we move you to... Well, the Celts don't have many cities left, or I haven't found them all. We'll send you to Edinburgh as... Actually, no, I'm not even... We'll send them to Edinburgh for the time being. We're probably not going to be able to steal anything from them, because I'm assuming that we're probably massively ahead of them in tech. We'll just start sending them to city-states, I think. Finish the Opera House in Daegu, so we might as well get a museum. Let's just get museums everywhere. Now, I do want to start building the Eiffel Tower as soon as possible. We'll finish the museum. It's going to be a little while before I actually manage to get a new... great Where's our great people list? Great person list. And we actually want a great engineer. Seoul would be 504 turns. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? We do have tradition finisher, though, don't we? Now, bear with me, because I'm having a little bit of a brain moment. What do I want to look at? Look at this. Tradition finisher, great engineers with faith starting in the industrial era. Well, we're beyond the industrial era, so I should be able to buy a great engineer. 1500 faith. Yeah, but I'm nowhere near having enough faith to purchase one. We could go ahead and work the factory and the workshop. Let's untick the Writers Guild for the time being. Let's just go work the factory and the workshop. That would then put us on 29 turns. It isn't going to be enough, so we will just leave that. We'll put... we'll do it that way, I think. That will be fine. I think we'll be able to hard build it and beat the AI to it. You were taken to production to Seoul. Definitely going to carry on doing that, especially if we need to build the Eiffel Tower. But that's all I can do on this turn, so that's probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Korea, and I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.